everybody find a seat. All right. Good evening, everyone. We'll call this meeting to order. Ms. Goodman, please let the record reflect that all members, with the exception of Mr. Ortega Romero, are in attendance. All right, everyone, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, thank you. Vice President Del Palacio, please read the land acknowledgement.
The Tolleson Union High School District serves 14,000 students with 15 indigenous communities represented throughout our 7 high schools. The Tolleson Union High School District Governing Board would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Acamil, Otham, Pima, and Peeposh Maricopa peoples, and pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. We recognize their enduring connection to this land, their rich culture and language, and the invaluable contributions they have made and continue to make in our community. As we gather today for the Tolleson Union High School District Governing Board meeting, let us remember the significance of these lands and honor the legacy of the original stewards of this territory. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, the regular agenda approval. Make a motion to approve the regular agenda. Do I have a second? All right, I vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio?
Yes.
Member Sun?
Yes.
Member Dr. Lynn O'Hara? All right, thank you. That motion passes. All right. We are moving on to our celebrations, and tonight we are celebrating Bulldog Nation. I'll invite Ms. Hout to come talk about Sierra Linda High School.
That better? Can you hear me better? Okay. Before we begin celebrating and recognizing all of the great things that are happening at Sierra Linda, I want to take a moment to acknowledge how challenging this year has been for our community. We have experienced the loss of 2 teachers and 1 student. We've navigated multiple administrative changes, and we've faced social and political challenges. These moments have tested us in ways that we did not anticipate. And yet, through it all, our staff and our students have remained strong. In many ways, I would argue that these experiences have brought us closer together and made us even stronger as a community. I could not be more proud of the perseverance, resilience, and commitment of our staff and our students this year. When I became the principal of Sierra Linda in October, it was clear that before we could move forward, we needed to reestablish trust with our staff, with our students, and our community. To guide that work, I introduced what we now call the 3 C's: collaboration, communication, and commitment. Collaboration means we make decisions together and we value the voices and the expertise of staff. Communication means we keep our staff, students, families, and community informed and involved. Commitment means we stay the course and we continue the work even when it gets hard. By focusing on these things and doing them well, we have been able to begin rebuilding trust and creating a stronger foundation for growth at Sierra Linda. In the spirit of our 3 C's, our administrative team worked together to create a short video to share with you that highlights many of the amazing things happening at Sierra Linda. We hope you enjoy it. Hello, I'm Vicki Hott, proud principal of Sierra Linda High School. At Sierra Linda, our vision is to be the College Silk Road. So what does that mean? The Silk Road was a path of opportunity that connected people to new ideas, new places, and new futures. At Sierra Linda, our College Silk Road represents the path our students take during their time with us, a path that prepares and new futures. At Sierra Linda, our College Silk Road represents the path our students take during their time with us,
a path that prepares them for success after high school, whatever path they choose. For some students, that path is college. For others, it might be military, trade school, career programs, or going directly into the workforce. Our goal is to make sure that every student leaves Sierra Linda with the skills, knowledge, and confidence to be successful in life after high school. We are currently a B-rated school, and we are proud of the progress that we have made. Our projections show that we will remain a B school next year, but we are focused on continuing to grow and improve. Our goals are centered around two key areas: increasing ACT proficiency and reducing our dropout rate by 2% from the previous year. To support these goals, we have implemented many programs and supports for our students, including Freshman Familia, Flex Time for Intervention and Enrichment, increased AP and dual enrollment opportunities, FARC, our 21st Century After School program, competitive sports programs, and many other opportunities for students to get involved, get connected, and get ahead. Throughout the rest of this video, you will learn more about these programs and how they are helping our students succeed on their own college Silk Road. At Sierra Linda High School, we are committed to preparing every student for their future, and we are excited about where the road is taking us.
Hello, my name is Lenny Dorfler, and I'm the proud assistant principal of athletics and activities at Sierra Linda High School. I'd like to take a moment to highlight just a few of the many accomplishments that our students have achieved this year. Our football team finished 8-2 in the regular season and made the state playoffs for the first time in school history. Our girls wrestling team won the first sectional championship in school history, beating out 21 other schools, and we sent 5 athletes to the state championship. In soccer, our girls team produced the Region Offensive Player of the Year, and our boys team made the state playoffs. Our Sierra Linda Marching Band placed 3rd at the state championship in a highly competitive field. And our percussion section made school history with the highest score ever recorded at Sierra Linda. Our students also represented Sierra Linda at the FCCLA State Leadership Conference, competing in education, leadership, fashion, and culinary events against schools from across Arizona. Our students earned multiple gold, silver, and bronze medals, including a state championship and a culinary event, reflecting months of preparation and dedication. Our unified sports team have competed and won at events across the valley. While we are incredibly proud of all of these accomplishments, what matters most to us is ensuring that every student at Sierra Linda High School is connected.
Hello, my name is Aaron Carlone, Assistant Principal of Discipline at Sierra Linda High School. Here at Sierra Linda High School, we celebrate more than academic achievement. We pride ourselves on ensuring safety, facilitating connection, and giving every student the opportunity to grow. We are grateful to the Tolleson Union High School District for its commitment to student safety and for investing in the people and resources that make this work possible. Because of that investment, we are seeing real results. This year, student conflict, drug violations, and attendance concerns have all declined. We have processed 501 fewer referrals than this time last year, a 31% reduction in classroom removals. This progress is driven by a coordinated team effort. Our prevention and intervention specialists, Ms. Vaughn, Mr. Benvenuti, and our school social worker, Ms. Cardiel, provide proactive, student-centered support, addressing challenges early and keeping students on track. Another key part of this success is our school resource officer, Officer Corona. By analyzing discipline trends, he delivers targeted, meaningful, law-related education to students, helping them understand choices, consequences, and responsibility. His expertise and commitment have played a direct role in reducing student conflict and drug violations. Our security team, led by Gilbert Cardenas, builds strong relationships with students, creating a culture where safety is grounded in trust and respect. With added staffing and enhanced safety measures, our systems are stronger, more responsive, and student-focused. Our focus on attendance is also making a measurable impact. In the third quarter, fewer than 2% of students had more than 5 sweep violations, which is a direct reflection that more students are in class and engaged in learning. This also reflects on the hard work of our in-school support specialist, Rebecca Martin, who partners with families and provides alternatives that keep students connected to school. Because when students are in class, they have more opportunities to succeed. At Sierra Linda, accountability comes with opportunity. Students are supported through alternatives to suspension, including high-interest after-school programs and specialized social-emotional curriculum opportunities that promote reflection, responsibility, connection, and growth. All of these efforts have contributed to a 33% reduction in drug-related referrals. And most importantly, this school year, not one student from Sierra Linda High School has been long-term suspended, expelled, or administratively placed for disciplinary reasons. Not one student. As part of our PBIS culture here at Sierra Linda, we believe celebrating the good in our students is just as powerful as addressing challenges. This year, Sierra Linda proudly hosted its first annual Outstanding Senior Banquet, celebrating students for their character, leadership, and positive impact. Students were honored not for grades, but for who they are, recognized for their character, leadership, and connection to the community. Some of these students may not always be recognized for academics, but they are absolutely worth celebrating, and every staff member was included in the selection process of our outstanding seniors. 25 students were celebrated alongside their families, and each student invited a special staff member who made a meaningful difference in their journey. Staff ranged from teachers to instructional assistants, administrative assistants, security officers, school counselors, long-term substitutes, coaches, and our media specialists. Moments like these strengthen the connection between school and home and remind us how special our students and staff truly are. They also provide a meaningful opportunity that builds a legacy that invites future students to value. Thank you, Tolleson Union High School, for giving us the inspiration and celebrating our outstanding seniors, just as you have for over 60 years. This is what happens when a district invests in its schools, when staff commit to every student, and when a community comes together with a shared purpose. At Sierra Linda, we are proud of the progress and even more committed to what's in store for us next. And these are the people that contribute to making a difference here at school. Thank you.
Hello everybody, Dr. Morrow, APR at Sierra Linda High School here with you today. We're going to look at some of our AP courses and our dual enrollment courses that we're offering for our students in the upcoming semester. Right now we've got over 100 requests for AP English alone. We offer AP Calculus, Statistics, Pre-Calculus, AP Biology, and Advanced Science courses. We also have AP US History, Government, Macroeconomics, and Psychology. We have a very strong AP Spanish program which supports bilingual excellence. In addition, we're going to expand our dual enrollment this year. We'll let the students earn college credit while still in high school, particularly through courses like college algebra. We want them to have a clear path to post-secondary success. At Sierra Linda, we are not just increasing success, we are building a culture where advanced academics are expected, supported, and available to all students. Stay Bulldog strong. Good morning, everybody. Dr. Morrow here with a couple of students from our Sierra Linda Culinary Program. Can I have your name, folks? And you, sir?
I'm Omar Rodriguez.
The first question I have for the students today is, why did you join the culinary program here at Sierra Linda?
I actually joined the culinary program at Sierra Linda because I had switched schools my sophomore year, and I already realized, like my first couple months being here, that it was much better than the culinary program that I had attended previously, and it was much more informational and in-depth than it was at school.
Thank you very much. And you, sir, can you describe a specific skill that you've gained in the culinary program?
Yes, a specific skill that I learned in the culinary program is communication and leadership. I've learned to be able to communicate with my peers as well as my teachers.
Very nice, very nice. And the third question, I can't read from here what it says. Have you had any opportunities in leadership, etc., with your culinary program?
Yes, one of the leadership opportunities that I had is to be able to step up, be the president and executive chef, be able to manage a kitchen by myself, and be able to manage students as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much, sir. And what would you say, Miss, to a student that was incoming and thinking about joining the culinary program here at Sierra Linda High School?
I would say to see it through. It teaches you not only skills in the kitchen, but skills you'll need in real life. It teaches you everything you'll need to know to be able to program yourself and adjust into different situations in the real world.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being again here today. Bulldog Strong.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Fernando Hurtado, Assistant Principal of Instruction here at Sierra Linda High School. I oversee Freshman Familia, Guiding Coalition, and the PLT process. Here at Sierra Linda, instruction is centered on collaboration, data, and student success. Our goal is to ensure every student is supported academically from their first day to graduation. We believe that freshman year is critical to long-term success, and through Freshman Familia and the Center for High School Success, we help freshmen learn how to succeed in high school. All freshmen were part of a house, and this school year we have 3 houses. Freshmen are required to take the Academic for High School Success course so that they can develop organization, goal setting, and academic skills early. The goal is for freshmen to carry and apply such skills throughout their high school experience. House teachers focus on building student confidence and academic habits by applying the skills circle as recommended by the Center for High School Success to support all learners. And they also meet regularly to discuss individual students using the Kid Talk protocol. During the Kid Talk protocol, teachers discuss the implementation of Tier 1 and Tier 2 interventions to support freshmen. This year we have created an after-school credit retrieval session just for freshmen who are not on track. And the goal is to support freshmen capture credits they failed to gain semester 1 so that they are not playing catch up during their junior and senior years. By working together, we use data to identify needs and plan interventions and supports to ensure no student falls through the cracks. The second area, the Guiding Coalition, provides robust support for Sierra Linda teachers. Our Guiding Coalition includes teacher leaders and administrators from across campus. This team represents multiple departments and perspectives. Here at Sierra Linda, we have 5 collective commitments: empathy, kindness, respect, commitment, and student-centered, to keep us grounded in the work and focus on student-centered decision-making. As an admin team, we believe in the 3 C's: communication, collaboration, and commitment. We aim to include the input from all our site's stakeholders, relay important information to all staff in a timely manner, and stay committed to our students and our surrounding community. As we move ahead, we plan to further strengthen teachers' leadership skills. We are dedicated to raising student achievement and believe in ongoing progress for everyone within our school community. The third area I oversee is the PLT process. Here at Sierra Linda, our teachers understand the 3 C's: communication, collaboration, and commitment, as they navigate the day-to-day duties, but especially when working in their professional learning teams. Using the data protocol, teams review common assessment data, identifying strengths and learning gaps. They discuss ways to adjust their instruction based on student needs, as well as plan interventions and enrichment with intentionality. As a final thought, I do want to say that this work is challenging, but our staff is prepared and committed to achieving greater instructional consistency across classrooms. Together, our systems ensure every student learns, grows, and succeeds. Here at Sierra Linda High School, we believe that success is intentional and every student matters. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So what you just saw is a result of strong collaboration, meaningful communication, and unwavering commitment to our students. And now we have the honor of recognizing the staff and students who embody these values at the highest level. So for our first Staff of the Year, certified, I would like to call Mr. Roland Pierce up here. I'm just going to read a short blurb about Mr. Pierce that his colleagues wrote. Coach Pierce is the kind of educator who makes a lasting impact on both students and staff through his calm presence, genuine care, and unwavering commitment. Known as someone who truly listens, he creates meaningful connections with students, families, and colleagues, building trust and strengthening our school community. In the classroom, he makes complex math concepts accessible and engaging, while also taking the time to teach important life skills that extend far beyond academics. As a coach, he models teamwork, perseverance, and character, consistently putting students first and developing a culture of excellence both on and off the field. Whether through his dedication, professionalism, or the countless hours he invests in others, Coach Pierce embodies what it means to be an outstanding educator and is incredibly deserving of recognition as Staff of the Year. Okay, and now I would like to call Mr. Enrique Navarro as our classified employee of the year. And he also helped us put that video together, so big thank you for that, Enrique. But Enrique is a dependable and dedicated member of our team who consistently goes above and beyond to support both staff and students. Known for his efficiency and reliability, he shows up each day ready to work, often starting early and responding quickly whenever help is needed. Whether it's troubleshooting urgent tech issues during finals or assisting with everyday needs, Enrique approaches every situation with patience, professionalism, and a willingness to help. He has a unique ability to make others feel comfortable and supported, never making anyone feel inadequate for asking questions, no matter how small. His consistency, strong work ethic, and commitment to serving our school community make him an invaluable part of our team and truly deserving of this recognition. Thank you, Enrique. All right, and now for our Students of the Year. Our first Student of the Year, I would like to call Miss Dream Brooks to come up here. Dream is a graduating senior at Sierra Linda High School, where she has been enrolled all 4 years, and we could not be more proud to recognize her as this year's Student of the Year. She serves as president of the Black Student Union and secretary of student government, leading with consistency, organization, and purpose. As BSU president, she guided 2 successful semesters, recruiting and retaining over 100 students from diverse backgrounds and creating a space rooted in connection, leadership, and belonging. She organized the school's first culture kickoff during Black History Month and promoted historically Black colleges and universities on campus, expanding awareness and opportunity for her peers. Academically, she has maintained a strong GPA while playing sports and gaining college-level exposure through the ASU STEM program, reflecting her commitment to growth and discipline. Dream has received multiple college acceptance letters, including from Prairie View A&M, University in Clark, Atlanta University, along with the other institutions across the nation. She plans to pursue a career in engineering, carrying forward a clear ambition to innovate and contribute meaningfully to the world through science and service. Congratulations, Dream. Aww. So cute. Now I would like to call our other Student of the Year up, Mr. Felix Saldivar. Oh, here's your photo. Good call. Thank you. He said, "Where's my photo?" I forgot to click the button. Throughout high school, Felix has shown growth, resilience, and determination. Early in his high school years, he faced a few behavioral challenges and academic struggles that made success difficult, but over time, he made the decision to change his path. Through consistent effort, improved focus, and a willingness to accept guidance, he developed into a hardworking and responsible young man. He has not only shown progress in his academic performance, but also in his attitude and commitment to his future. He has demonstrated accountability, perseverance, and maturity, all of which will continue to serve him well beyond high school. His transformation is a strong example that growth is always possible and that dedication and effort can lead to lasting success. Felix plans to attend trade school to pursue training as an electrician with the goal of joining Salt River Project. Additionally, he intends to develop his music career, he plays the piano, alongside his work in the electrical field. We are extremely proud of the student he has become, and this award is well deserved by this incredible young man. As we look ahead, we do so with confidence because of the students and staff honored here tonight and the many others who show up every day to make a difference. The future of Sierra Linda is bright, and we are excited. Thank you for your time, your support, and your belief in Sierra Linda. This concludes my presentation. What questions do you have for me?
Well, thank you. Congratulations. Well done. Yeah, no, I just want to say I like the video. It was a great addition to this, being able to see, hear from students directly, your whole administrative team, the parade of students with the different athletics and academics and arts programs, those giant, massive.
Aren't those cool, the
I-
whisks?
Yeah, the whisk, yeah. I definitely want one of those. I don't know what to do with it, but it's just fun to walk around with, apparently.
Yes.
No, just a great way to highlight the students and the programs at Sierra Linda for sure. I like the 3 C's, collaboration, communication, especially. You know, I think those are critical things on a campus, and working with the team there. And I do, obviously, you know, the freshman familia continuing. I love seeing how that's been growing, the success. Obviously, we're expanding that to another campus this year. So it's nice that you guys kind of spearheaded that, shown us how to get that done. So I'm looking forward to like that program kind of taking fire across the district there. And then I can't remember which one of your colleagues said it, but when a district invests in its schools, these are the things that we can do. I mean, that's
Mr.
so
Carlone.
critical. That's right. It's a critical piece, certainly something that we try to communicate, you know, with our staff here, with our community, that, you know, thanks to their support over the years, we've been able to make a significant amount of investments in all of our schools across the district. With that, no, I just want to thank you and your team. I know if there's other Bulldogs in the audience. If you're from Sierra Linda, please stand up. Yeah, and I think, you know, a testament to your leadership and the trust that the team has in you, as you mentioned earlier, with, you know, the start to the school year. But I think despite all those things, Sierra Linda's continued to serve our students and our parents there at 100%. A beat wasn't missed despite the quick little changeover there. So I think that's, you know, the folks there trusting you, supporting you and your administrative team. So thank you for your leadership on that campus in your previous role and currently now as principal. And then just with that, I just want to congratulate again our students and staff members of the year. Thank you for being excellent representatives the Bulldogs. But I also want to recognize, I know we had some parents and family members of our students and staff. If you're here, please also stand and be recognized. You're a part of the Bulldog family. I want to thank you for choosing Sierra Linda and the Tolleson Union High School District and sharing your loved ones with us throughout the school year. But again, with that, congratulations to you, your team, and everyone at Sierra Linda High School for the great work that's been done this year. And now I will throw it over to my colleagues. Member Dr. Luna Nahara.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Principal Hott, for being here, for just highlighting your the great things that are happening at Sierra Linda. I really appreciate the highlighting your administrators. I think it's very important. I think a lot of times we don't realize just how much of a heavy load they carry, and so I appreciate that every one of them was able to kind of share, their perspective and what it is that they do to bring just everything together at Sierra Linda. To the students of the year, Dream Brooks, Felix Saldivar, congratulations for being picked Students of the Year. I wish you the best of luck, and I am super excited to see where your future takes you. And I hope that you don't forget your community and you are able to give back and share with us the great things that you go on to do with your lives. Mr. Pierce, Mr. Navarro, thank you so much for choosing the Tolleson Union High School District. We really appreciate your commitment to the district, and we know you have a lot of choices, and we appreciate that you pick Tolleson. I don't have any questions. I'm impressed with the dual enrollment, impressed with all the advanced classes and courses that are being offered and requested, and I wish you and your team the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Member Sun.
Yes, again, congratulations on all the accomplishments. I think one area, I don't know if any of us have mentioned it, it was the senior banquet. Love that. It's so new. It was like new things.
It was a very, very special experience.
I know, it sounds shiny. I like shiny things. But it would be nice, if we get an invitation next time to see that in action. Would love to attend and visit. Again, a shout out and congratulations to the Students of the Year, Dream Brooks and Felix Saldivar. And, sometimes, we take granted, like, you guys come before the board and we get the Students of the Year, but it's also bittersweet because we're sending you guys off. And my most biggest hope and fear is that, we prepared you and that you had an amazing 4 years. And, we entrust that with your leadership and your team, and I know that all these kids are being launched in good hands. So I thank you guys for that, your commitment day in, day out, and supporting them their 4 years. And also shout out to the employees, certified and classified, Roland Pierce and Enrique Navarro. And I think Roland Pierce, was he a mathematics?
He's a math teacher, yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's so nice to have, these acknowledgement. It's actually our way of seeing you guys, like in person. Sometimes we take it for granted. There's a, every child, is being supported by a village, and we don't really get to see them, face to face and who they are. So thank you for bringing them forward and celebrating them. So a shout out to the parents and families, that are supporting these students and our staff. So, it's it's a huge feat, and we're just sitting up here, not to say we're puppets, but we want to make sure that we're supporting and serving, each and one of you. So again, thank you for your leadership. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Del Palacio.
Thank you. Well, it's evident that the Bulldog Nation is on that college Silk Road. It's evident that everything that was shared in that video is all a part of getting to that A. We know you're working hard. We know your staff is putting in the work with our kiddos. There were so many accolades, I couldn't write everything down, but obviously the extracurricular activities, the boys and girls are killing it. I mean, they're doing a phenomenal job. But more importantly, I like to see the reduction in referrals, right? That means kids are staying in the classroom. I like to see the increase in attendance. Kids are staying in the classroom, and when they are in the classroom, they are learning, and so that's great. And I love that, obviously, we offer all of our AP offerings, but there's also an opportunity for those kids who need a little extra help after school with our credit retrieval program. And that's where the hard work gets done, right? Where these students come in and put in a little bit of sweat equity to get back on track, right? Because we don't leave no student behind. Wherever you're at, we're going to work with you, and that's what Sierra Linda does with for our kiddos. And so glad that we have a well-rounded portfolio for all of our kids. Huge shout out again to Mr. Pierce and Mr. Navarro. Great job on the video. We'd love to see it. And also to our amazing students of the year, Dream and Felix. I mean, phenomenal, just phenomenal representation of what a Bulldog could be, right, to their fullest potential. And so we wish you all the best, and we look forward to following closely your careers. And yeah, I have no questions here. Just continue the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hart. Congratulations. All right, our next celebration is a recognition of Coach Darren Williams, who wasn't here too long ago, and I'm going to bring up Principal Natalie Quinones from Westview.
All right, thank you, President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, board members, Superintendent Calles, and Miss Lupita. All right, so yes, as the proud principal of Westview, I'm bringing back my Teacher of the Year because not only does he do fabulous things for us at Westview, he does fabulous things outside. And so I'm going to read the statement because I want to make sure I get it right. So bear with me. He's a fabulous person. I told his wife back there, if he doesn't stop doing all these fabulous things, I'm not going to be able to keep him from coming with me all the time. So, you know, she's like, stop being so fabulous. Okay, here we go. Mr. Williams, our reading teacher, head varsity coach, head cross-country coach, everything at Westview. Tonight, we're recognizing him for his unselfish acts on April 7th, 2026. On that day, Coach Williams was driving southbound on 75th Avenue on his way to a doctor's appointment. Coach Williams observed a young lady who was driving to cheer practice at Centennial High School. As he was attempting to cross 75th Avenue heading west on Acoma, so we all know this is crazy traffic, Coach Williams witnessed a horrific accident when a City of Peoria motorcycle police officer crashed into the young lady's car at a high rate of speed. The officer flipped his motorcycle and was thrown 200 feet from the crash. Coach Williams immediately pulled over, called 911. While on the phone with the 911 dispatcher, Coach Williams checked on the young student to make sure that she was okay. Understandably, the student was shaken up, very emotional, but physically, she was okay. Coach Williams then ran to check on the officer, who was lying in the middle of the road. His motorcycle literally broken into 3 pieces. He told the student to stay in the car, and as Coach Williams approached the officer, cars were speeding past. So put this into your mind, very scary. Coach Williams told the officer that he knew he was not supposed to move an injured person, but Coach Williams was afraid they were both going to get run over. Coach Williams asked the officer for permission to move him, and of course the officer nodded yes. Coach Williams grabbed the officer by his vest and dragged him out of the road. The officer appeared to be in shock. Police and fire showed up and took him to the hospital by ambulance. Coach Williams then went over, comforted the young student, and waited for her mother to arrive. Investigators later informed Coach Williams that the officer had suffered a broken wrist and a broken nose, thanks to his bravery. So for Coach Williams' bravery and service to his community in the time of need, we congratulate you for stepping up and doing the right thing. You always do it for our students, you do it beyond our students, and we appreciate you every day.
Coach, just want to thank you not only for your dedication, obviously, to our community, but to neighboring communities. This is a really touching story, and I understand the Peoria City is also planning to recognize you at a future date, so we look forward to that. But again, just thank you for your continued service, again, to our community, our neighboring community, and for your kindness and empathy. Which I know is expressed in the classrooms, a former student walking the halls there. So thank you for what you did. Members, anything you'd like to say or add? Member Dr. Luna?
Yeah, thank you. Gosh, Mr. Williams, don't want to sound cliche, but not all heroes wear capes. And so I really appreciate you stepping up and being brave in that moment. It takes a very level-headed person to kind of put themselves in danger, risking their own safety to support the safety of others. And so my gratitude and my appreciation goes out to you, and I'm sure that that mom of the kiddo is very appreciative of you stepping up. I can't imagine my kiddo being in a situation like that, but I would absolutely hope that somebody as heroic as you would be in that spot to support one of my kiddos. So thank you for that. To the officer who was involved in the accident, we hope that he's on his way to recovery. Thank you.
Mr. Williams, again, thank you for your heroic action. You know, they say action, speaks louder than words. Obviously, it's rare. This is a rarity and in the scope of humanity, and to know that you exist and that people like you do exist, makes me very happy. And parents, even those that you have rescued and their families, I'm sure they're beyond grateful. And we are very, very lucky and very fortunate to have you, in our world, in our district. So that's not lost on us. So once again, thank you so much for who you are and continue to be who you are. And may you be a guide to our students, staffs, and us, around you, that, it's not what we say, it's what we do that matters most. So again, thank you.
Vice President Del Blasio.
Yeah, Coach, I just want to thank you for your bravery and your courage. Obviously, you didn't do this for any recognition. You did this because you're just a good guy. You're a good human being. You see someone who was in trouble and you put yourself in the middle of risk, and you did the right thing and helped them out. And for that, we all thank you, and you do deserve to be highlighted and recognized. And I want you to know, I want everyone here to know that magic like this amongst our staff happens all the time. We recognize someone at the last meeting who saved someone's life on campus. This is just who our staff are. Staff like Coach Williams. We're willing to put themselves second to help someone else before themselves. And so just again, thank you for your service, and thank you for being just a good human.
Again, thank you, Coach Williams, for all that you do. Thank you. All right. With that, obviously, we've had a lot to celebrate. We have some cookies over there for everyone to enjoy and celebrate with Sierra Linda and Coach Williams. So we'll take a brief recess, and we'll be right back. Thank you all.
Excellence in academics.
Excellence in athletics.
Excellence in college and career readiness.
Excellence in extracurriculars.
Excellence in traditions.
Excellence in services.
Excellence in visual performing arts.
Excellence in every endeavor.
the iceberg. We have a lot more work to do. So where do we go from here? A+ School of Excellence.
La Jolla being an A school is really exciting. It took a long way to get here and it was a lot of hard work, so it's really cool to see the accumulation of our work and then now seeing it's like, look at all that hard work paid off.
It's great recognition for the kids that we have, which are some awesome kids, and the teachers, that all the work that they've done in all curriculum, all classes, the dedication they have to make our students' lives better, the time that they put in. I think it's showing all the effort that a lot of people have put into this.
And when I started in 2017, we were a C. And so now, being an A and being a part of that growth and change is really, if I think about it too hard, I might cry, because it's really cool. We deserve that.
The thing that put us over the edge is that we had a principal who was steadfast in his commitment and consistency with how he wanted to approach staff, along with getting the right administrative team in play. Now I think we've got a team that works well together, that understands the mission, that understands the vision, and that we all support that and help the faculty understand that as well.
I think the journey has been 3 years long, so the A label is not just 1 year flash in the pan, we found something glorious. It is an accumulation of 3 years of work, commitment to the PLC process, and commitment to student learning over teaching, and that commitment has resulted in higher test scores.
It's definitely a team effort. I know that was one thing Dr. Sorensen really hit on today is from our support staff to cafeteria workers to everybody on campus every day. Makes a big difference to how we got here. So a big thank you to everybody, including our students. You know, students are a big part of it too. So it's just great for the community and great for everybody in the Avondale area.
I'm so happy for these kids. Of course, we're here, celebrating as a staff, but this is 100% about the kids. And I'm very happy for them. I couldn't be happier that we're in this position, and that to let you all know, we're not done. We're going higher than this.
We deserve this. We've earned it. I think I'm lucky because I've gotten a front row seat and I've gotten to be a part of this growth. So we just keep going.
Something I would like to add on is Dr. Sorensen put in a lot of work and I think that should be recognized, and he really drove it. And I know sometimes it's hard and he gets pushback, or he's hearing all of these 125 teachers be like, ah, but we're doing it. I'm really proud of him.
Well, now that we're A, that just means we have to grind even harder because we have to maintain the A. That's the expectation. This needs to be something that just is. It's just what we do. Next up is A+ School of Excellence. Next up is IB World School. Next up is multiple A ratings all in a row until we are the perennial high school in Arizona, in the nation, and the world.
Sierra Linda is on the rise. Whether our students dream of going to college, joining the military, or finding the perfect career after graduation, we will be there every step of the way. We believe the high school experience should be filled with unforgettable moments.
My plans for after graduation would have to be attending Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland, pursuing a bachelor's degree in psychology.
My school is my community.
My favorite thing about Sierra Linda has to be all the opportunities on campus, including the electives you can choose, the clubs, and the sports on campus.
Sierra Linda offers career and technical education options, performing and visual arts electives, 17 different sports, and more than 30 student clubs. We believe in your path, your future, your school. Join us. Let's rise together.
are the #1 public high school.
University High School has consistently been an A school and recognized as a top public school in the state as well as the nation.
Just a testament to the hard work that our kids put in, no matter what the variables are, the continuity and the continued sense of excellence is really what makes this special.
Every year is special, and every year I say, I'm not going to get attached to these freshmen, so someday I can retire, and that never happens.
Our students are, of course, motivated by academic achievement, but that's not the totality of who our students are. Offering them opportunities for volunteer work, clubs that give them opportunities to give back to their community. That's a big part of it too.
We are defying the odds and making a huge
Take a few. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. And we will begin with our summary of current events. We'll start with Superintendent Caius.
Yes, President Chapman, members of the board. I see we got Dream still in the back of the room. We had a great event. Dream was there. She was one of the speakers over there. A few others I recognize from over there. Over at West Point High School, we had the historically black colleges and universities. Dr. Jordan put it all together. It was a great event, very high energy, a nice setup and layout over there, and really helped a lot of our students connect. We had a couple board members there, so I won't steal all the thunder because I know you guys will probably touch on this topic as well, but it was a great event, so a great shout out to them for putting that out together. And also at West Point, our unified flag football team received their championship rings, so our state champion unified flag football team, they were all out there like the Green Lantern posing with their rings as they all got their rings. So another great event and celebration out there with our West Point unified flag football team. And that's not our only unified championship, because also at Westview in volleyball, our volleyball team took home the state championship. So that is 2 state championships in our first year of competing in AIA unified sports. So the Knights went up against the Shadow Ridge Stallions in the AIA Special Olympics Arizona Division II state championship game. And the Knights swept the Stallions to take home the state championship. So congratulations to the Knights on this amazing accomplishment. The entire TUHSD community is incredibly proud of you. So congratulations once again to our Knights. And we are also proud to announce the winners at the FBLA State Conference that took place on April 8th, 2026. Sierra Linda's FBLA business team included Sofia Martinez, first place for digital photography and 4th place for parliamentary procedures. Adrian Soto, 3rd place real estate, 4th place in parliamentary procedures. And Giancarlo Garcia, 4th place parliamentary procedures. Steve Martinez, 4th place parliamentary procedures. And Abigail Ava, 4th place parliamentary procedures. They are all winners and national qualifiers. So we extend a big congratulations to all of our FBLA business members for a job well done. Now it's off to the National Leadership Conference in San Antonio, Texas. And the 3rd annual Transition Fair was held recently at West Point High School. ESS students and their families had an opportunity to connect with colleges, programs, and agencies offering post-graduation opportunities and services. The event welcomed all ESS students, grades 9 through 12, providing them with excellent opportunities related to employment, education, and community support. Some of the companies and organizations involved included Maricopa Community Colleges, Department of Developmental Disabilities, vocational rehabilitation, small business employers, day programs, housing facilities, parks and recreation, and the Autism Society of Greater Phoenix. So great event for all those students. For the first time in Tolleson Union High School history, students were given academic achievement letters. It was awarded to 212 students across all grade levels who achieved a GPA of 3.75 or greater. So that was a great event over there at the Tolleson campus. And got to be over there, and it was very nice letters for Letterman jackets. Good picture of it there, given out to all the students. And a Medal of Honor character development program was hosted at West Point High School recently. Medal of Honor recipient Leroy Petrie is one of only 64 living recipients. It was an honor to have him on the campus to contribute to the leadership development training. It was a unique opportunity for educators to hear from and ask questions of someone who embodies the core values of courage, commitment, citizenship, sacrifice, integrity, and patriotism. Also, students from across the district attended a special food tasting last week. So students tasted potential menu items and voted on what their favorites were, and their feedback is evaluated to determine what new items will get added to next year's menu. And I know that over at the West Point Civics Club, this is also a topic of interest for them, so we may be doing more around the work of having our students weigh in on our future menu options. And last Friday was our Indigenous Peoples Night celebration. It was a night of cultural celebration of our Indigenous community. It was a night filled with entertainment, food, and celebrations. It is still one of the most popular events that our district holds, thanks to all who came out and celebrated with us. Unfortunately, I didn't make that event. I missed the Friday, but I was really looking forward to it this year, but didn't make that one. But it was another great event out there, so great job to all those who helped put that together. And want to let everyone know that we'll be having a State of the District event coming up on Monday, May 11th at Westview High School's PAC. We'll be sharing with the public information on where the district has been, where we are currently, and where we are going in the near future. So mark your calendar for Monday, May 11th, and we'll see you at the first ever State of the District event. Definitely something you won't want to miss. A couple of other new ones that there's not going to be a picture for because they're very recent. We had West Point Academy came out and did an event at our West Point High School over the weekend. So we're happy to partner with them at the last minute to make that happen so they can get some admissions into West Point Academy. And also we had this morning our bus driver breakfast where we recognize all our bus drivers because it is National Bus Driver Recognition Day. And it was great to go over across the parking lot and share some pancakes with our team over there. And that's just a few of the highlights since the last board meeting.
Thank you, Superintendent Guys. Members, any updates? Member Dr. Lunanera.
Yeah, thank you. I don't have any updates. I do just want to request a moment of silence for Mr. Valiv from Sierra Linda High School. He was a teacher of my sons, and my condolences go out to his family and to the whole Sierra Linda community, to his family especially.
Thank you. Member Sun.
Yes, I don't really have that much, but I just want to point out and give a shout out to the grant department for securing a Go Green initiative that we received from the organization that was awarded during the NSBA. And this was something that I found a year ago, and we brought it back to apply. And I think our district did a phenomenal job, particularly the department. Angie that wrote it with her team, and it's in 45,000 that will be allocated over a 3-year period. And I know that there are an adjunct grant possibly for EV stations that we can further apply for the EV buses that they actually took away in 2024 of $2.3 billion, but now it's brought back for the 2026 and rollout, possibly opening later this year. So I just feel like the stars and the moons are aligned, and finger crossed that we'll be able to further receive these grants. But I have no doubt that, under great leadership and the amazing ability of our department and our staffs, with the grants that we'll be in good hands. But finger crossed, maybe we'll get another, dozen or so additional buses. But the grant that's coming later on this year for the 2026 EV buses, electrical buses, they have different parameters. So that's another exciting part. Hopefully that will give us more room to wiggle. So that's it for me.
Vice President Blasio.
Yeah. It's been a busy month. I'll first start off by thanking our students over in the West Point Civic Club for the invitation to visit their participatory budgeting event. This is our students who hosted a voting process to allow students to vote on several projects on the campus. I think one was a shading project, one was for a mural, one was for a divider on the stairs, and there was one more, recycling program. And it was great to see all the kids come in class by class, to cast their vote. We also had the Maricopa County Recorder's Department there, and they were registering seniors to vote. It was just a great event, and it was all student-led, which was phenomenal. I do want to give a shout out to their advisors who put in the hard work, of course. They do a phenomenal job with our civic engagement club kids, and it was just awesome to hear them talk about how excited they were with some of the projects. So hopefully we can invite them back to present on which project won. I'm curious to see what the students selected, but it's a really cool opportunity for our students to have a say in terms of which project they want to see funded at their school. So West Point Civic Club, that was a great event. Also had an opportunity to attend the U-High dissertation presentations, which was awesome. I got to serve as a panelist and ask questions of these students who were just phenomenal, doing college level coursework and presenting their research projects that they had for the year. And it was just phenomenal to see these young students get up there. Some had cue cards, some didn't, and just talk about their research that they were so passionate about. And so I want to thank Ms. Wright over at U-High for really putting this program together and giving our students an opportunity to get a taste of what it's like to defend a dissertation, high-level dissertation. Phenomenal event. The HBCU event, the Historically Black College University event, our first ever HBCU fair was, I can't even put words to it. As soon as you walked in, you were greeted by a drum line. There was booths and from I don't know how many colleges. The room was packed. And more importantly, I want to point out that day that this event was had was on an early release day. And yet we still had almost close to 200 students in attendance, engaged, talking to colleges, the sororities, the fraternities that were there, engaging with folks. They had panels, several panels, talking about what life is like at a HBCU, what to expect, the academic rigor, the resources, the connectivity, the social life. It was just a beautiful event. And at the end of the event, I asked the students, I said, how many of you now want to attend the HBCU? And every single hand went up. Every single hand went up. And so I want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Jordan, all of our staff from all the campuses that were part of making this happen, West Point for hosting this event. I hope that we continue to give our students an opportunity for more engagement. And for those who don't know the history of HBCUs, they were created as places of higher learning opportunities for Black Americans who weren't accepted in any other college or universities post-Civil War and during that Reconstruction period. And so just an amazing event. I haven't seen any other school district put on such a high-level event before, so thank you to our staff. And then, of course, today I did stop by to the transportation bus driver breakfast. It's always good to connect with our drivers. Sometimes they're the unsung heroes and unseen heroes who are getting our students back here and there back home safely. And something that stood out to me from a table of drivers I was talking to, and they all agreed, they all said, I love what I do. I love what I do. And it was just beautiful to hear them talking about it, right? So many times people think, well, you're just a bus driver. And I say, you're not just a bus driver. You're the first person they see, right, from our district in the morning when they get on that bus. And sometimes parents send their kids off. And so you're the first person they see and you're the last person they see from the school majority of the time. So you're more than just a bus driver. You're an integral part of this team to ensuring that every student is successful in the classroom. So it was a great attending our bus driver recognition event. Other than that, that concludes my report.
Yeah, some similar, a lot of similar events, but I do want to shout out a few for sure. Certainly the kids at West Point High School for putting on another voting project, and I think we did talk to them, and Ms. Haskins will definitely have them out at the next meeting to kind of talk about what they did this year, the project that won. Was able to attend the appreciation breakfast this morning. I think I saw Bert was here, so thank you to you and your team for showing that appreciation to our drivers, sending us an invite so that we could also go down there and chat with them and enjoy some pancakes with them. We do appreciate the work that you all do bright and early in the morning and late into the evening, sometimes late at night, depending on whether going to Yuma or going to downtown Phoenix for extracurriculars. So thank you to you and your team over there. was also able to attend the Unified Ring celebration for West Point. Congratulations again to those kids looking to hopefully we get those rings in time for our Westview students before the end of the school year. And then was also able to attend the HBCU event at West Point. Also want to thank the team that put that together, the students that participated. Again, as Mr. Del Palacio said, the room was packed, not just with our kids, but it sounded like there's some kids from like all over the valley. I heard one student said they were from Mesa. You guys definitely put on a great event. We had kids coming in that late into the day from other parts of town. So thank you. I know we're gonna hear a little bit more about all the work you guys put into it here when we get to our public comments. So I won't steal any more of your thunder. And then I also just want to, was here earlier, part of the breakfast, walked by and saw teachers, our curriculum team, our site administrators here working on a instructional framework. So I want to thank Dr. Laguna-Squatley for helping coordinate that, bring in our subject matter experts to just continue refining and improving what we do on a daily basis to support our teachers, support our students. So thank you to you and your team for that. We saw a bunch of stuff on the walls. I was excited to kind of see like what the final product of that is and hear more about it. And with that, I will go ahead and take us into our public participation. Just as a reminder, there are 2 minutes on the clock. Are we good? This good, man? All right. Our first speaker is Kenji Lockhart. You'll have 2 minutes.
I'll make it quick. Good evening to everybody. I'm really just here to represent for the students who are here and in our HBCU committee. Big shout out to those groups, our BSU, Dr. Connie Jordan, all of our team just tried to put forth an effort to make sure that we give students opportunities in this district. Thank you to Superintendent Calles for being there, Board Member Chapman, as well as Del Palacio. Students definitely appreciate the support. My biggest thing is just making sure we give students opportunity in this district. Me being a leader in this district, I like to take the back seat and make sure that the students shine. So you had the opportunity to hear their voices tonight. But kudos to everyone. Shout out to the team. Continue to support educational opportunities because that's what our district represents. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Our board docs clock isn't working, but I'll track it on here. Our next speaker is Connie Jordan, and then after that is Adrian Lee.
Good evening, board members, President Chapman, Superintendent Calles, and Vice President Devin Del Palacio. 2 minutes. Okay, I can do this. I serve as a prevention and intervention specialist here in the Tolleson School District, Union High School District, and I work at West Point High School. And that's my capacity, obviously, as an employee. But I'm here in the capacity about HBCU tonight. I'm almost at a loss of words because it was a success. And I'm very, very proud to have been a part of that. But before that even occurred, I think it's important that you understand that quality conversations do take place in the school. And the conversation that allowed this event to happen transpired with Principal Haskins. And that's important that you know that. This has been a long time passion of hers. She's been wanting to see this happen. And I'm a believer in a quote that says, preparation meets the moment of opportunity. And with that said, if she and I never had this conversation, I'm not sure if we would even be here at this point. And I say that wholeheartedly as a new employee because, in all honesty, I didn't know she even had that passion. And so I just want to give a shout out to that, credit to that where due, recognize that those type of conversations are important. And it also stems with her as well. So thank you, Principal Haskins, for having the passion to want to see HBCU event at your school and understand the Greek life, because that she does.
That's time, Ms. Jones.
Like, what?
I know, it goes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it. All right, oops, sorry. Next, we have Adrian Lee. Oh, okay, you got two on there. Okay, just 2 minutes all again.
Hello, I'm Adrienne Lee, and this is Norel Hawthorne from West Point High School. Firstly, we want to start by thanking you all for giving us the opportunity to host the HBCU Fair. It was the first time in a while I felt surrounded by people who made me feel comfortable and like I belonged. This fair made me feel like I had something to try for, had a better opportunity to show my talent and be recognized for it by people who understand the struggle of being like. It also felt like I was doing it because I was talented and not as like a charity case or a placeholder in the school. It gave me faith in my culture and gave me a sense of community. Singing the Black National Anthem in front of that group of people made me feel very inspired. Also, when people complimented us, it didn't feel like you're good for a Black girl. It felt you're good because you have genuine talent. It didn't feel forced, like people were pretending to be nice. It felt like it was coming from family. Also, as a senior, I feel like we showed that it's okay to go out there as a Black girl and still pursue what you want and pursue it at a school that isn't predominantly Black and be comfortable doing it. And this event really brought it out to all of us and helped us all realize that. I agree. It opened my eyes and made me feel more comfortable making connections. Seeing how our community is there for each other, even without knowing each other on a deeper level, was powerful. Thank you.
Thank you both. All right, next we have Lynn Daniel, and after that is Christian Jenkins.
Thank you, President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, Superintendent Calles, Executive Assistant Lupita Goodman, Member Leah Sun, and Dr. Luna Nehara. I'm Dr. Lynn Daniel. I teach at West Point High School, English, senior English. I'm also the gifted sponsor over there. Thank you. Thank you for letting the students have a voice. Our BSU is 5 years strong, going into our 6th year. Students feel safe. They come together, collaborate. They build community on the campus with other clubs, and they do a great work. I'm so proud of them for what they've done so far. And I thank Mrs. Haskins for giving us this opportunity to grow. You should come in and see our meetings. They're 100 strong sometimes, they're 50 strong, 25, but they're consistent. And the kids feel proud. So thank you for the opportunity to show out the other day at the fair. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Christian Jenkins. And then after that is Natasha Broadway.
My name is Christian Jenkins. I'm a student at Sierra Linda High School, and I wanted to share my experience at the HBCU Fair. In my opinion, it was very informative, and it was an exciting experience. And when I first walked into the event, I realized how energetic and welcoming it made me feel. And whether it was conversations or the music or just the way that people carried themselves, it was a strong sense of community. And the one thing that stood out to me was the fraternities. It made me feel how powerful it is to be surrounded by people who care for you, uplift you, and encourage you to do better throughout your life. And this experience has changed how I see my future, and it has also shown me that college isn't just about classes, but it's about finding a community that inspires you to grow and succeed. Therefore, I believe that we should have more HBCU fairs because not only do they inspire us, but they inform us. So I thank you guys.
Thank you. right, Natasha Broadway, and then after that is Melissa Grimshade.
Good evening. I heard today the Bulldog Nation is on the College Silk Road. That is something I hold in my heart as a Sierra Linda parent. I am very proud of the work that we do, and as a Sierra Linda employee. I too want to thank you for the opportunity we have to imagine and create ways to pour into our students. This HBCU fair is a bridge built by leaders at each of the TUHSD schools. We want to thank Ms. Haskins for saying yes. Sierra Linda High School also said yes and is willing to host it next year. By recognizing HBCUs as a pathway to college, we are building on our commitment to utilize restorative practices. I believe the leaders that came together to create the HBCU fair, which you've heard from them today, which is Lockhart, as well as Lynn Daniels, as well as Dr. Jordan and others, and I am also a collaborator of this event. I want to say thank you to them because there was a lot of meetings that we did to put this together. We also connected with a lot of organizations at HBCUs, and there are 107, so we have plenty more to connect with that we are willing to bring to any event for TUHSD to recognize our commitment to all students going to college. I believe that the next best step is for the collaborators of this HBCU fair to come together at the Professional Development Day and teach on organizations, on the Divine Nine, and on the HBCUs and MSIs and other opportunities that we have as colleges to show to our students all the different pathways that they have to colleges and also recognize their acceptance letters as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And then our last speaker is Sydney Wright after.
Good evening, President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, Superintendent Calles, Ms. Goodman, members of the board. I wanted to speak tonight a little bit, actually, not really to you, but to our community. So I had the opportunity recently to go and visit some of our members at different schools. And ask them a little bit about how the school year's going, what concerns they have, and what kind of solutions do they see out there. And one of the things that came up time and time again was student attendance. And I love seeing that Sierra Linda was seeing a reduction in kids going to sweep, but when I asked for some details on student attendance, it was more talking about kids just getting to campus. I know I myself have kids who have missed half the school year in absences alone. And these aren't kids who have extenuating circumstances, long-term health issues. It's just getting to campus is an issue. I was talking about it with one of my coworkers the other day, and I asked her if I could share her words. She said, every morning, my heart rate spikes when I take attendance. The frustration just builds. This isn't good for my health. Says, the only other option I have is to start to not care, which goes against everything I stand for as an educator. So when we have students, and I'm asking community, when we have students who just don't come to school, not only are they missing out on the opportunities that we're hearing about tonight, but it creates more work for their teachers. Imagine going and sitting in a class and the teachers having to repeat lessons from 2 weeks ago for students who were gone and we have a rotating carousel of makeup lessons that have to be given. We don't get to go as far. Next week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and I have one gift that we'd like to ask for. We would love to see all of our students at.
Thank you, Ms. Grimshade. And Sydney Wright.
President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, members of the board, Mr. Superintendent Calles, and Ms. Goodman. My name is Sydney Wright, and I'm a proud teacher at University High School. I love when I get to come in here and talk about awesome things that are happening in my class. And one thing that I am so proud of is my AP Research class. AP Capstone is a 2-year program where in the first year they take seminar and they learn how to synthesize other people's information. And the next year they take research where they do their own year-long undergraduate level research project, and that is their whole AP exam all year long. My students hit submit on all their papers today. They have now written 4,000 to 5,000 word papers about research that they have done for the past year. And I wanted to share my appreciation for some of our board members for coming and seeing those final presentations that they had. very dissertation-like, defending what they have researched throughout the year. So Mr. Del Palacio, President Chapman, Mr. Ortega Romero, thank you for coming in and seeing what our students are doing, and for offering to celebrate them and feed them for a celebration for what they're doing. So I just wanted to give that appreciation and just a reminder that our kids really are rock stars and are capable of so much. They presented their research at an undergraduate conference a couple weeks ago at GCU alongside other college students, and one of our kids won an award for it, and it was just a phenomenal thing to see. So thank you for your support of this program.
Thank you. All right, thank you to all of our speakers, especially our students that came out this evening. With that, we'll move on to Section E. I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Do I have a second? All right, I vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio? Yes. Member Sun? Yes. And Member Dr. Luna Nahara? No. All right, thank you. That motion carries. That takes us to our first discussion item, discussion review of board policy, GCO, evaluation of professional staff members. I do believe we have Ms. Almaraz here to discuss the technical corrections. Have a good evening, everybody.
Good evening, President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, members of the board. Administration is asking for a first read on this policy, GCO. When the members of the evaluation committee, the teacher evaluation committee met, we realized that the policy was a little different and it was very hard to understand. There was some confusion. And so we decided to go back and look at that with the committee, and we made a couple of changes. And when I say changes, it's really no change to the wording. It's actually just moving it from one area to the other. The only change in wording is under the definition of terms, the change of inadequacy. We just put inadequate just so that it reads properly. There were some misspellings as well, and you can see that the red that we struck out, it's still in there. We just put it in another area where it should be. Instead of under the inadequate classroom performance, it's now where it should be under the proper heading. So we're just asking for a first read. We would like to go back when the committee meets again next year and they start to revise. We would also take this along with it to make sure that they match each other. So we will be doing the work at the same time.
All right, thank you, Ms. Almaraz. You said the committee went through this. Just gives like an idea of the makeup of the committee.
Yeah, so we had three, their names or just their position?
No, the names, just position.
We had 3 executive directors, we had a director, we had 2 teachers, the 4 principals, and a classified staff.
Thank you. Members, any questions regarding policy GCO?
Could you share with us how many members? You said 10?
There are 3 executive directors.
2 teachers, 4 principals, 1 classified. Is that 10 members of the committee?
I believe so. Am I missing anybody? 10 of us? 10 or 11 of us, yeah.
So what's the total number?
Actually, there was 12 of us.
Okay, so you had 3 executive, 2 teachers, 4 principals, and 1 classified. What were the 2 remaining members?
3 executive directors, 1 director, 4 principals, 2 teachers, and a classified staff.
And yourself?
And I'm including
okay,
the
then
executive
that makes
directors.
12. So if you were to look at the language that has been struck, it says at least 2 actual classroom observations of the certificated teacher demonstrating teaching skills in a complete and uninterrupted lesson by the qualified evaluator. That's being striked out. If that is removed, there is no language that replaces and guarantee the 2 observations. If not, it says when a second classroom observation is required or requested. There's no mandate here. Required from district or either be requested from the teachers that we're evaluating. It removes that layer of infrastructure for accountability and transparency. It also further allow admin to be the sole decision-making in this process that is not, uninterrupted, meaning that is also striked in this red language, meaning that it will create potentially walkthroughs, inconsistent evaluation timeline of minutes to several minutes, and it can vary from campuses to campuses. The issue isn't the language in itself, it's the accountability that we own to this community should a teacher is found non-renewal, that's not a tenure, or terminated, that's 3 years and up. So, hypothetically speaking, with this ambiguity in language will cause potential litigation that will not be in our favor should we have to re-admit, rehire, or settle either through arbitration, or through the court system. This needs to go through legal. I suggest we should. Just to clarify, I'm not concerned about the ultimate goal here to balance what we had before, which I'm completely on board. But we need to be very, very careful with what we're striking out in red and what we're replacing, which doesn't cover us legally. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that we will go through this and some evaluation will be done just with one because there was no required or requested. So one will happen, and then the other time, the teacher wants a requested for a second observation. Now, something falls out, we're in litigation, and they will show inconsistency on our policy, which is right here. So I just want the language to be a little bit more clean and precise. Again, still balance what you guys need to do, with the other evaluation or the procedures, so forth. So let's just keep it more transparent and legal bound, because we don't want to open a Pandora box with this ambiguity. So when you strike out this red language, you can see that the blue that's in place is creating that ambiguity legally. So don't take my word for it. Like to have this go through review, legal review, and then bring this back as a second read, and then we can have a further discussion. But I mean, colleagues of mine here, like if you guys, it's not clear on this?
Feel free to respond. Let's state those far
No,
as
no,
like
no.
the-
I'm asking that, is there any confusion here? Because this is not up for interpretation. This is the wording right here, what's being omitted, striked out.
Right. Well, so if you want to speak to anything clarifying that, and then as far as like the legality, I want to be careful with that because I don't believe we've got legal counsel on this, so I don't want to say that it's illegal or otherwise till we hear actually from counsel. But if you want to respond to any of that for clarification.
Yep. So I'm actually going to bring a couple of members because just so you can hear from them what the confusion was. So I'm going to ask Ms. Courtney, and I'll ask Ms. Melissa if you want to come up and share. And we wanted the language to mimic the actual tool itself, which it didn't. And so that's kind of where we were kind of looking at the tool itself to mimic the policy.
All right. Oops. Thank you. Good evening, President Chapman, Vice President Palacio, Superintendent Calles, and members of the board. To respond directly to the concern brought up by Member Sun regarding the strike language of at least 2 actual classroom observations of the certificated teacher. So that language was incorrectly placed under inadequate classroom performance, and what we wanted to do was to better align it to the actual ARS state law regarding teacher evaluation. 15537 is where you're going to find the law governing teacher evaluation. And so when we move that language up to where the policy is discussing evaluation, the previous paragraph, which we did not touch at all, speaks to the governing board may waive the requirement of a second classroom observation. So we believe the language in the second the paragraph following, when a second classroom observation is required or requested, complements the language that is already in the governing board policy. And again, this is to Mrs. Almaraz's point, this is something the committee would like to really do a complete read and revision of next year. So that is why that language was struck. It was directly speaking to the paragraph prior where it said the governing board may waive the requirement of a second classroom observation for a continuing teacher whose teaching performance based on the first classroom observation places the teacher in one of the two highest performance classifications for the current school year unless the teacher requests a second observation, and then you'll see it reads nicely into that paragraph when a second observation is required or requested. So a second observation by the own board policy right now is not always required. That's why that language was adjusted.
To add on to that, the second paragraph that is shown struck, that starts with an improvement plan, we did move that up, move the second classroom observation statement up out of inadequate classroom performance and kept it right underneath that when the teacher receives an ineffective of one or more domains, because then that naturally leads into that is the next step in that process. So this really was for clarification of language to keep the second classroom observation requested or required separate from that improvement plan process.
Now, thank you for that clarification, but that doesn't rule out the litigation issue that we have. I'm not against the flow of the language to clarify what's written before. That's not the issue. My issue is the fallout if this was to place in instead of going through legal and get their opinion, because in your opinion, you said in your opinion and based on what the committee has came up with. I mean, again, this is not a verbatim I'm saying, but just at least 2 actual classroom observations of this certificated teacher demonstrating teaching skill in a complete and uninterrupted lesson by the qualified evaluator.
Ms. Sun, can I clarify? Is your concern that it says that we struck the very first sentence that says at least 2 classroom observations? Because that's technically not required by state law, and in our actual policy, the evaluation tool, the way it reads is we, for the first 3 years, they get 2 observations. If they are highly qualified for 3 years in a row, they can choose to have 1 evaluation. So that's written in our actual tool, but state law, it says you just have to have an evaluation process, which we do. So
So that's, again, that's fine. You guys want to clean up the language. I'm saying that we need to stay consistent with our evaluation, formality, because this gives rise to that inconsistency, should they request it or not. And then if someone is in litigation and is fighting for termination or non-renewal, whatever the case may be, they can come back here and say like, well, this wasn't consistent. There's ambiguity. Does that make sense? So what I'm asking is that this is a very simple fix. Keep what you guys are wanting to do, which, let's keep it clean. That falls in line with our policy, but let's put this through legal counsel rigor and to see if this will hold in case if this comes back. That's the area that I want to bring to your attention. That's it. And then go from there and see what we can come up with. Does that make sense? And I understand what you guys are saying. Not in disagreement. I agree. We always want to stay consistent. But I also have to think about the well-being of the district. liability. That's it. But thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Members, any further?
No, I simply just want to thank our experts on the committee who volunteered their time to simplify this policy and make it pretty cut and clear to understand for all staff. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I also just want to thank the committee for their work on putting this together. I know more is to come as we adopt a new plan in the coming time. So thank you to you and the team. It's just a first read, so there's no action required. So that takes us to our request for future agenda items. If you have any requests, feel free to send those over to Superintendent Gaius.
Actually, I do want to make a request for the next. Last time when we voted on the raises, I just find it odd that we never received any numbers on where all that going to come from. I think it's wise for us to share that publicly to know how that finance will affect us. And because of what's, happening, with, approvals, I would like to see that number and to be presented from our superintendent. We have every right to, based on
You
decisions.
can just share what you're asking for.
Yes, so I would like to request the numbers of where the, raise will be coming from, in what buckets and so forth, that could be provided, would be greatly appreciated, as well as our monthly update of our financial, benchmarks on where we're at and where we're projected.
All right. Any further requests? Please feel free to send those over. With that, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by almost everybody. Deb, please. Good. All right. With that, I vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio?
Yep.
Member Sun? And Member Dr. Lunanera? All right. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.